Tunisia. Collins Atapoko sports journalist warned of a possible situation that happened 2 decades ago.
So it can actually happen, it's a possibility. But all of us should understand that Black Stars are not good enough. And we need to rebuild and rebuild properly, not like the old way. We've changed coaches, we've changed players, we've changed FA, we've changed management committees. Have we changed the team culture? If it is still the same, then we are going to fail.
Well, if the team culture is still the same, it means that we are going to fail. Now, still on the Black Stars, Yao Fusulabi is of the opinion that the technical team led by Chris Hughton should handle most of the blame for the abysmal performances of the team in the last 3 games.
But I feel like the reason why the technical team has a lot of the blame is that, look, the managers may be getting it wrong. But if you're a player and you want it, you get it. Okay. You understand? Yeah. And that's what I've always lived by as someone who has followed football for a while, because I think that every really good team you have seen, beyond the management doing their work and being so good at what they do, it is also about the players and about the mentality and about the mindset. Okay. And who gives that is a technical team. And the players also have to believe in themselves. Look, we saw Senegal at the AFCON. Look, they chased every ball. They ran around for everything. And they didn't just leave it to the fact that, oh, their manager is good or whatever. It is just mere, the will to do it, the willpower. Let's all rally behind each other and then do it for our country. I think that particularly helps. And look, they all have to come together and do it. That's the thing. Because if you don't believe in yourself that you can do it, you can have God as your manager, but yeah.
Well, that is from Yao Fusulabi, but Ore Kwampofu believes that expectations haven't been managed and there is no plan and process to make the Black Stars better since the World Cup qualification covered all the cracks.
It is entering a phase where if we're not careful, we can actually fall off and go so low that qualification to the AFCON may even become a hefty tax for us. We went out to the group stages, and I thought that was a good point for us to sit back, really analyze, and look forward and have a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan or a medium-term, long-term plan. Now, that couldn't happen because, unfortunately, we found a way of qualifying for the World Cup. And that's why when I look back and I realize what we did with the World Cup, I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't have qualified for the World Cup.
Oh.
Honestly.
Why?
I think the World Cup disrupted our whole process. And
was there a process?
There would have been.
Okay.
There would have been if we failed to qualify for the World Cup and we put together our worst ever AFCON. The management and the leadership of Ghana football would have had to act. They would have needed to save their face. And that would have meant that some drastic decisions would have taken. It reminds me of 2004, 2006, when our football went through massive changes because of how poorly we performed. We would have seen senior players being cut out of the team, young players being given an opportunity, and most importantly, expectations would have been managed. As at this point, there are people who still believe Ghana can win an AFCON.
Well, I'm sure that those people would have a quick rethink after watching the qualifiers last week and now away from the Black Stars after winning the MTN FA Cup. Dreams FC head coach Abdul Karim Zito says nothing will stop his team from taking part in next season's Africa Club competition. Dreams FC will represent Ghana in the CAF Confederations Cup, and Zito affirms they will not shy away from the next challenge.
Well, I'm a technical man. The administrators just told me go and win the cup for us. So they have something in mind if we win, because if they do not attach importance to the cup, they wouldn't have urged me to go and win. Now that I've won it, I know we shall go to Africa. The nice thing about it is I've played for Africa to semi-finals, I've played Africa to finals. So I know what it takes as a coach to train and then acquire the necessary techniques to play in Africa. So with this experience behind me, I know when we go, we do our best.
Well, that is from Abdul Karim Zito. He is the head coach for Dreams FC. Now moving away to the international scene. And then Manchester City chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak has praised top striker Erling Haaland for an impressive debut season, helping the team to win a treble.
to be having, that conversation post signing your contract with your chairman and saying at the end of that conversation, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to win the Champions League I'm here to win the Champions League for Manchester City, and we're going to win it a year ago, is really a testament to the greatness of this player and to show you where Erling is going. And the scary part, this is just the beginning for us.
Well, this is just the beginning for Erling. Now, the chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak claims to have a very strong view on the charges against Manchester City from the Premier League, but he's unable to comment as the case is currently ongoing.
Obviously, I can't talk about them, unfortunately, for legal reasons. What I would typically do is always comment after. So I think we're going through the legal process. And these are proceedings that take whatever time they take, and when we're done, we'll have a conversation. I'll give you my very blunt views. I promise you that. I have very strong views on that, but I am going to be unfortunately very restrained today.
Well, that is from Khaldoon. Yes, he has very strong views, and hopefully after everything he's going to talk about. Now let's take a look at the some results from the Euro qualifiers from yesterday. Armenia defeated Latvia by 2-1, Finland 6, San Marino 0, and for 126 games, San Marino haven't won a game ever in the last 126 games. Well, I don't know what is happening with them. But Ukraine defeated Malta by 1-0. Kazakhstan traveled all the way to handle a blow to Northern Ireland, 1-0 in that particular game. Slovenia won, Denmark 1, Switzerland 2, Romania 2, and then Belarus defeated Kosovo by 2-1, Israel 2, Andorra 1, Ireland 3, Gibraltar 0, and Bukayo Saka scored a hat-trick in helping England defeat North Macedonia 7-0, Turkey 2, Wales 0, and then Kylian Mbappe they helped France to defeat Greece by a lone goal. So France in a pole position to qualify for next year's championship in Germany as well as England. Now, Gareth Southgate, who is England's manager, was full of praise for England's hat-trick hero Bukayo Saka, saying that the outstanding Arsenal forward just got what he deserved for playing tonight when many others may have pulled out.
But it would have been easy not to appear, and I think when you then have probably one of the best nights of your life, it's a reminder to everybody that it's worth going through those things. And to see the joy on his face. He's such a popular member of the team and so humble, works incredibly hard, and of course talented. He's been finishing like that all week. So it was an outstanding performance.
A very outstanding performance now to Belgium, and their goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois says he's heavily and hugely disappointed that head coach Domenico Tedesco said he had refused to travel with Belgium to Estonia for Tuesday's Euro 2024 qualifier. On Monday, Tedesco said Courtois left the squad because he was offended after being overlooked for the captaincy against Austria on Saturday, but the Real Madrid goalkeeper later demanding the armband. He said he left the squad after the 1-0 draw with Austria due to a knee injury. Now, moving on to Arsenal, in some transfer news, Arsenal are closely working on a deal to sign defender Jurrien Timber from Ajax. The Premier League club may have submitted a proposal worth around £30 million for 22-year-old Netherlands international. Ajax are seeking in the region of £50 million for Timber, who has 2 years left on his contract at the Dutch club. Well, Arsenal hope that agreement will soon be reached. Now, Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper Sergio Rico has also come out of his coma 3 weeks after a horse riding accident. The accident occurred while Rico, 29, was participating in an annual pilgrimage in the El Riccio region of Huelva in Spain in May. At the time, his family said Rico suffered a serious mishap due to a mule cart and a horse that hit him. While outside his Seville hospital on Monday, Rico's wife confirmed he is awake and recovering gradually. Now, Cameron Norrie in tennis has outlined his ambition for the grass court season as the Wimbledon gets closer.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think to win Wimbledon would be perfect, but I think you have to kind of take it step by step and really focusing on Queens first and trying to bring my best level there. And I don't want to don't want to be playing my best at Queen's. I want to be playing my best for the Grand Slam. So I think playing my best and giving myself the best chance at Wimbledon would be ideal. And I think, yeah, it's a long way to go to win it, but I'm going to try to give myself the best chance.
Well, some more chance for Cameron Norrie there, and that will be how I sum it all up on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Kelvin. Also, and a happy birthday to Papa Kofi Opomboate. May the good Lord continue to bless you. That is from your parent, Mr. and Mrs. Ernesto Pomboate, and then yes, from your cousin Linda as well. Have a brilliant day. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Johnny Hughes and the rest of the team take over, but DJ Abiam saves you with some fine tunes before.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
3FM Sunrise.
On my way to work.